everybody, it's Midnight Persona here, and I recently got this game and have been playing with my buddies and my friends, and there's a lot of YouTubers and voice actors that I like are in this game, so I really wanted to play it for the channel, and I'm probably just gonna play on my own right now. I can probably do a full game. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back when we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to give life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really are. And I always pick Red because, in my opinion, she looks like me. Let's be cool.
Let's start a fire!
And to be honest, I kind of want to cosplay her. And we have yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly 3 weeks where we left off as we fantasized about our dream prom dates. We were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Huzzah! Miranda Vanderbilt, 18, a sweet mermaid princess who was cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, 21, a fearless demon. I like that this is high school still, he's 21. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and the love of fire. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly large heart. Liam D. Von Lioncourt, 400 some odd years old, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid who's truly lovable dork. Polygeist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, 23, a mean, self-made Gorgon with merciless sense of business. It was clear. It had to be one of them, but who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So, normally in this game, when I play, I go for Vera, but I actually think I'm going to try to go for Scott this time, because I really like Scott too. I like Vera, but apparently she's horribly difficult to go for. Welcome to the Monster Prom stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, a trademark, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. School's outdated and lame. We need a new school subject ASAP. How to correctly punch a crocodile without terrible consequences. Critical thought. And this country would really use a subject like that in school. Turning people into your puppets or emotional warfare and deception 101. I like that. Democracy is broken. What will be the best way of choosing a leaders of modern society? We create a reality show called America's Next Top President, where the candidates compete in all kinds of physical and mental challenges. Voter turnout would increase, and we would turn a profit on it. Who can play the most heartbreaking violin solo wins? You put all the candidates into an empty room and put a wild grizzly bear. Whoever kills the bear should be our president. If everyone dies, then obvious, the bear should be our president. I like the reality TV show. What would be the most appealing in a love partner? Soft fur, a big horn, sharp wits, taste for party, a tsundere personality, kawaii eyes. I want to say sharp wits, but I feel like that leads towards the vampire, so I kind of want to say soft fur. Yeah, I thought so. At least that led me towards Scott.
Let's do this!
Alrighty, my boldness and creativity are low. I think I'm probably gonna have to go more toward, I don't know what I would need for Scott. So let's go to creativity. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's thought that the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. My mouth is so tongue twisted today, and I don't understand why. You see hordes of your classmates running away from Vera and Scott as they're screaming spoilers.
Great.
Have you seen the latest episode of Detective Wereweasel? Wereweasel finally exposed the cartel's entire operation. I did! It was so exciting! I peed on Grandma's carpet. I know, right? The cartel's organization structure is so cool, and I took so many notes. But last night, the last episode, I was so sad I peed on Grandma's carpet. Well, why don't we go start our own TV show? We'll make it better than Wereweasel. Better than Wereweasel? Is that even possible? We're the perfect team. I have money, and you're the gullible target audience. Gorgana Film Studios requires your ideas. Scott Gorgana Film Studios? We'll talk about that later. Right now, I need ideas. When the Mafia threatens to close his gym, an ugly Nosferatu must expose a syndicate to save only a place that lets him do his reps. When it floods the market with black cocaine. This is a drug thing, so it's probably Vera. This is probably Scott. His gym? How could they do that to him? Nosferatus across the globe are struggling to get swole. Would you say that it's the sensitive issue for your demographic? Gym is always a sensitive issue. Good. I can sell the shit out of that, of the sensitive. Finally, the world will understand the struggles of buff werewolf, the buff Nosferatus everywhere. Vera writes a plot and hires a vampire bodybuilder, Vlad, the gym paler, to play the leading role. You gain +3 creativity as an advance for your creative work. Yay! Now I just need boldness.
Let's do this!
Alright. You approach Scott and Polly's table to find them crouched behind a pile of jelly desserts plotting. Thank bros if you're here, bro. Come on in our huddle. Maybe you're curious about our huge pile of jelly jam gelatinous dessert cups. Well, wonder no more. We're going for the jelly prize. Yeah, we're gonna win it. And if we collect the foil cover of 100 jelly desserts, we'll be the luckiest winners of one free jelly dessert. Yeah. But right now we're stuck. We've only got 99, which means we need one more, Scott. One more. We need one more. You'd give him your jelly dessert, but you've already threw it at a bird person you hate. I guess you've got to make a choice. This is probably Scott. Make like a puppy dog and beg. All things are sweeter when achieved through pity. Begging? What? I never beg, except for intricately choreographed erotic scenarios. Is this like interesting? Oh my god, my speaking today. Choreographed exotic scenario? No, even better. This is gazing sadly at people until they give us food. You happily follow Scott around the cafeteria, whimpering at people for jelly desserts. Polly just eats all the stockpiled jelly desserts while you're busy begging, and no one is willing to give you any jelly desserts. But that doesn't matter. As the saying goes, begging is its own reward. That and the quality time you get to spend with Scott is also a reward.
Let's do this!
Boldness? Or, I'll work on charm a little. Oh wait, crap, I forgot that was the... Hey, last night I read this article about how money causes pocket cancer in the long run. You don't want to get pocket cancer. Quick, give me the dangerous money you have in your still healthy pockets. I kind of want it. I wasted a day because I accidentally hit on the gym.
Let's do this.
Well, now I can. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fills your team with spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot Scott and Miranda staring intently at a picture of a seahorse. This looks like a killer seahorse, Miri. What are you so worried about? Well, you see, one of my daddy's subjects gave this horse as a gift. And well, you've heard what they say, haven't you? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What? Who are they? Why do they say that? What's in there? I don't know. That's why I'm so distraught. I am terrified that I will accidentally look into the gift horse's mouth and see... See what? A gross bud? Another tinier horse? A world without sports? I don't know. I don't want to find out. Oh, come on, Miri. You gotta find out. You gotta find out. For what? What's that thing Miss Ferratu is always talking about? Science? Yeah, for science. You gotta, right? You realize Scott's looking at you for your opinion. They both are. What do you think Miranda should do? What? You look that gift horse right in its mouth. They only say not to because they want you finding out the delicious mouth candy. Whoops. Scott claps his hands with glee and Miranda drags off so they can both look her gift horse in the mouth. That day he runs into both of them. They seem different somehow. What did I do? That was horrible. Teeth within teeth, bro. Like teeth had mouths, and those mouths had teeth with mouths. And in the center, a window, a hellscape ruled by nameless hungry gods. A world without any sports at all. They were right. Don't ever look a gift horse in the mouth. You watch a tentacle crawl out of Scott's ear and flop onto the ground. He doesn't seem to notice. Time to pretend like none of this was your fault. Whoops! I guess I gotta start going for some boldness.
Let's do this.
So I can say whatever I want. Well, I'm gonna go hang out with... I kinda wanna hang out with the Space Prince, but I'm gonna go for Scott because, yeah, Scott. You waltz over to Miranda and Scott's able to find them peering suspiciously into a burger. Secret sauce. What dread mysteries do you conceal? Whoa, do you think the secret sauce can talk? Cool! Hey, secret sauce, what are you made out of? No, Scott. My question is rhetorical. Awesome. Mine was loud. Oh, that's no use. We will never disclaim the active ingredient of this delicious secret sauce. Unless you have an idea, Midnight? The blood of your father's enemies, Miranda. That's why it's so delicious. You're overthinking this, Scott. It's a sauce made of secrets. Oh, of course! Secret sauce. The clue is in its title. Miranda, that face. But what are the secrets made of? Shh, Miranda. It's a secret. But, shh. 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 In an effort to become more mysterious, Scott has you rub the secret sauce all over his chest. You're definitely into it. I can't say that I am, but I'm not gonna say no.
Let's do this.
Boldness, I need you. That day you skipped class because hanging out in the bathrooms just because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you gain 0 craps and 2 boldness. Nearby, you can see Scott and the werewolf pack talking. Scott, we have the greatest power to drink to date. Check this out, bro. Oh, I love power drinks. But wait, this new cutting-edge sports supplement is like no other before. There's no need to mix it with a beverage. You can just consume it using only your nose. You Yeah, that's a drug? It's called cocaine. Yeah, cocaine. Woo! It totally doesn't sound like your regular power drink. Which is definitely means it's cutting edge, like you said. Yeah, it's like 50% energy drink, 50% protein powder, and 100% raw power. Oh, with these crazy pranks. But before you can do anything, Scott snorted all the coke. Arrgh! And he's gone full wolf mode. Now he's basically unleashed, destroying everything he sees. You need to do something to calm him down, but what? Using your vast knowledge of aromatherapy, you give him some lavender scented cocaine to neutralize the regular scented cocaine to make give him a flashy but the other one isn't gonna help. It's got a fidget spinner. He seems to like it. He tries to spin it. He's so hard that he soon grows tired of spinning. It said he wants to write a crime novel. 15 minutes and 5 chapters later, he realizes he could learn Brazilian cuisine, and then he forgets the Paldesian, the queen, and I don't know, and preparing in the oven with purchase online, and now he's into pottery, and now he's doing all his taxes and your taxes, and now he's starting a law firm with a ram and a heart. And now he's taken 2 charm and toothbrush from you in the stock market, and it's gone. He solved nothing today. I am doing so badly. By the end of this, there will be no Scott. Well, everything's pretty even. I feel like he prefers fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea what escalates so much, but there's one point there's 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension, the consequence of the fabric. Who cares? It's Rat Party plus 2 fun. Swapping through potential monster mash and dates, you spot Scott pacing and muttering to himself in distress. You can bear to see someone so adorable in so much pain, so you might as well go ease whatever you can. Oh, hi there, Midnight. Do you think I'm adorable? Yes, in fact, you were literally just thinking that. Anyway, the other day I was out in the forest trying to find a quiet place in a large branch to do some pull-ups before the big sports game, when suddenly I was approached by all these talking forest animals. They were pretty big for forest animals, and I'd never seen animals that could talk like that. I mean, other than us werewolves, if you're counting us as animals. And they were just so fuzzy and adorable. But they said they were impressed by my pull-ups and my muscles, and that I was even more adorable. So the nice little forest animals with giant heads made me their king, which is really, really flattering. I just don't know anything about ruling. I'm not sure if I'm good enough to be king. Oh, poor Scott. It's up to you to help him, really. Scott, you're a good king. And as a strong ruler, physically strong, you can do 100 push-ups and you can be a good king for sure. True royalty has been inside you all along. Why else would your eyes be royal blue? Well, these sound so stupid. Sure. Strong? But I am strong! When I heard strong leader before, I didn't know it meant normal strong, like Scott strong. I can do 100 push-ups. I can do 200 push-ups. That's a double amount, right? Does that mean I could be a double king? What could that even mean? What does that mean that I get super king powers like flying and mind control? You're not even sure what the logical foundation for that guess was. Or even better, I might get a tiny crown on top of my regular-sized crown. What a luxury. Must be the day that you come to understand Scott's train of thought. Well, daydreaming about my king powers and tiny crowns before doing 200 push-ups is a bit arrogant of me. I can always ask the furries later. Furries. That's what I've decided to call those giant furry talking forest animals for short. Oh no, wait a minute. Thanks for helping me get my confidence back, Midnight. You should come meet me and my furry friend sometime. Well, you always wanted to hang out with Scott. Not too sure about these circumstances, but it's better than not hanging out. You gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Yay, I'm getting it back.
Let's do this!
You take your seat with the strongest and smartest men you know. Liam seems to be talking a very intense picture of some bizarre-looking food. Scott is looking about as confused as you are, apparently. But Liam, food is delicious, and it's for eating. That's why they call it lunchtime. Neither of those statements is wrong, but they also are quite connected. Scott, if I had the capacity to eat, I assure you, I would still ignore the actual content of the food in favor of finding the perfect combination for a flawless Instagram pose. Oh, I see. You're going to post a picture to advertise that food to the people who can actually eat it. You're so smart. I'll be happy to eat your food for you. I'm afraid your palate is way too unsophisticated to appreciate this rare Japanese delicacies. Oh, they're Japanese? Do you have any Scott snacks? You know what? Fine. I've taken all the pictures I need. Eat whatever you want. Thanks, Liam. Oh, they all look so yummy. I don't know where to start. Midnight, any ideas? Maybe your choice of snack can get you boys to want to snack on you. In an innuendo way. Not literally. Yeah. I've actually gone through this situation. I know this is Scott. Yes, you do have Scott snacks. Scott snacks? What does that mean? How is this possible? Why is your face on an obscure Japanese biscuit brand? Is it really you? Oh yeah, totally. There was this one time where it was a full moon, so I'm not really exactly sure what happened. But somehow I ended up hanging out with these really cool Japanese businessmen the whole evening. But how would even... Yeah, I guess they saw me practicing a few sports moves, and they saw how strong and fast I was, and they wanted to show how their meat treats are strong and fast. So they asked if you could use me as their new mascot, and I said of course. And the Scott Snacks became a hit, and now I'm kind of famous in Japan. Thanks for pointing out these Scott Snacks to me, Midnight. It's nice to know you want to see my face. I want to see yours too. How is he so muscular and so adorable at the same time? Maybe one day you can put your faces together. Oh my god, I love this game. It's so stupid. Let's finally go to school. That day, you listen to your elders and learn a valuable lesson. Sometimes after the monstrous sense of dating makes you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity of this high school. You gain 2 smarts. I thought his head was on backwards for 2 seconds, and I got terrified. You just so happen to be hanging around near Scott, and you know, not because you're, like, following her or anything. Suddenly a rift opens up in time and space, and some handsome prince steps through and back into the other world. I know my words are kind of mushed together, I'm sorry. He approaches Scott. Oh, not this again.
Greetings, my love.
My beloved, I have quested across dimensions to see your face. Oh, well, here it is. Here's my face. It is more than just your face that I need, Scott the Great, tosser of balls. I also need your body. Luckily, I brought that with me too. But I do not desire to merely gaze upon your body. I thought, though the thought itself is a pleasure, my kingdom, you see, is besieged by a foul, dire harp, and only your muscles can save us. And once the lonesome beast is vanquished, perhaps we can find some other uses for that bodies of yours. Oh my god, you say wink out loud too? That's so cool! I know I had to say wink. These two are getting along way too well. You need to slay that beast yourself before Scott and the prince spend any more time together. But how? Sing so sweetly that the dire harp kills itself out of jealousy. Rally a swarm of extra-dimensional termites to devour the harp's spine. I don't know! I feel like that's a charm thing, and that's a bold thing, and they're the same thing. Okay, before Scott or the prince can react, you charge to the portal to defeat the dire harp with the power of song. Your delight turns derived from the dire harps to tears. Except because harps don't have tear ducts, it just explodes instead. Magnificent word, my intrusive friend. You shall sing at my and Scott's wedding. Wait. Wedding? I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. I'm already married to the game, you know? Curse you, game. The prince kicks both of you out of his dimension and steals the portal behind you. 2 boldness and 1 creativity. Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna work on charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Amidst the battle, you spot a fellow player that seems utterly discouraged. She thinks about that she's not worthy of anything at dodgeball, and she attempts to throw a ball at herself. You explain to her the many ways that you think she's unique and wonderful, while also defending the many pleasures in life. With your help, she's capable of finding a reason to keep playing and gains her sense of self-worth. You gain 1 BFM. Sadly, she's not a part of this game, so that beautiful friendship will take place off screen. And just to charm. You're practicing your very best monster mash when you hear the sounds of an argument, which is so strange to these sacred, hollowed halls of education. Oh, well, JK, you can imagine. Midnight!
Hooray!
They made me their king. They deserve the bestest, most wonderful king there ever was. And I'm gonna work as hard so that I can be that king, no matter what it takes. Scott, you realize they're not cute little baby animals in need of a king, right? They're furries. I know they're furry. Vera, I'm the one who told you that. No, Scott, they're furries. It's a kink. Yes, Vera, there are many kinks in my plan. That's why I need to work them out to be the best ruler. Forget it. Excuse me, did you say you need help in being a good ruler? Because I know all about that. Being a king is easy, as Daddy always says. Only live peasants can stage a rebellion. Oh, Miranda, I'm not really sure. Fear is your most important weapon. Your second most important weapon is actual weapons. Torches, soup spoons, raise the teacups, a knife on fire, you know the usual. I don't know, Miranda. I appreciate the advice, but I don't think that's the kind of king I want to be. Nonsense. I'll go get you a better knife striking right now. It seems so unnecessary. There must be a better, kinder way to rule, right, Midnight? I want them to have a happy time under Scott. They've been so nice to me. They've written me beautiful songs, which are about my adventures, but most of them are the sort of things I definitely have not done. And they made amazing drawings of me, which are very generous in their proportions. I just think they deserve the best leader. Former rulers make their subjects pay taxes. What if you pay taxes to them? Flag time. You can rule a king with no flag. Without a flag, it would just be a bunch of flagless people. Taxes isn't gonna really make sense to Scott, so let's just make a flag. You're 120% right. Flags are the best. Let's combine our art powers to create the very best flag ever. You get into an intense art frenzy, which kind of hot and intimate. Somehow the two of you end up shirtless and sweaty while panting and drooling. After 3 hours of passionate art activity, you put your clothes on because of the decency, but mainly because we don't have a shirtless model for Scott, and admire your work. Whoa, this is genius! No, actually, it's not so bad drawing of Scott shirtless in the words Scott rules. But sure, why not? You know how to take a compliment. Scott leaves all excited, ready to execute your plan. As your elders say, any problem can be solved with drawing shirtless people. After that, you stumble upon Scott again, and he seems quite excited. There you are, Midnight. Your plan was a success. My beloved furries seem to love a flag that's basically just me shirtless, and they declared a national day that would be celebrated yearly by drawing me shirtless. Which is kind of silly since they do that pretty much every day anyway. But the important thing is that now I'm the best ruler ever, and thanks to you, I'd love for you to visit my kingdom someday. We might even celebrate Shirtless Scott Day together. Wink. You're pretty sure Shirtless Scott Day totally became your all-time favorite festivity. You gain +2 charm and one activity. Yep.
Let's do this.
I'm not hanging out with anyone else other than Scott. As you approach Scott and Miranda's table, you see the entire table is covered in exotic silverware. Oh, and what's this one for? That's the forking spoon. It's a spoon for picking up your forks so that you don't have to touch them with your fingers. And that one? That's the tuning fork. It's for making sure all your other silverware is tuned to a minor as proper. Her accent's gonna keep changing by accident. And what about this one? That's a dairy knife. It's for milk. Wow, do people ever invent new silverwares? All the time. But none of them are any good. It would take a genius of true subtlety to improve on the existing canon. A genius of true. A genius and subtlety are your middle freaking names. You suggest an ultimate new silverware. A salad harp. Hands. That's my favorite silverware. Eat gods, how crude. I know, right? My only favorite silverwares are face and mouth. Scott, I think you're misunderstanding the purpose of silverware. No, I don't think so. Look. Scott reaches into his backpack and pulls out 2 silver hands, a silver face, and a silver mouth. He holds his hands in his face and his mouth and devours his lunch in a high... I'm sorry. I stand corrected. You're not standing, you're sitting. Anyway, now I gotta put on some ointment. All that silver is really bad for my skin. Scott lets you put the ointment on him. Nice. I was gonna say, why does he have silver components when he's a werewolf anyway?
Let's do this.
And then I realized he also realizes it's bad for him. That's charm. Smarts boldest money. I should probably go for smarts, or let's go for smarts. Though I don't think I really need them for Scott. The teacher is a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and 2 of you discuss life in every sparkling way. Look at you, excelling in the clinch movie tropes. 2 smart and 1 valuable insight. Okay, you look over to see Scott fidgeting in his seat, his tail twitching anxiously. My grades aren't looking nearly as good as my biceps, bro. My test scores are not as high as my jump shots, my smarts. He seems to have run out of similes, but in the moment, he's already forgotten. I just don't want to do bad in class and get kicked off the sports team. I guess I could study and work hard and do my homework. Or I could just make the teacher like me and give me good grades and showing her what a good boy I am. I'm so good at hunting. If she sees that I can crush her, well, maybe she can see I can crush a test. I'll break a birdie like I'll break the bell curve. Do you break a bell curve? Do you raise it? I'll raise the bell curve like a barbell. And Miss Pletheros walks in. Scott stockpiled carcasses of squirrels, mice, sparrows, which he carries in his mouth one by one and lays them at her feet with great care. Is delighted and immediately gives Scott 100 points for showing initiative and showing the rib cages of small mammals. Man, how has no one thought of this before? You get +2 boldness and +1 creativity. I don't understand how this school works, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. The library is money. I might go to class again. That day you learn spells that are as cool as they seem useless. A spell to renew stickiness, a spell to chocolate vanilla ice cream, and +2 smarts. You actually use that spell and gain +2 smarts. Scott strolled by happily munching on something. Liam gapes at him appalled. What on earth are you eating, Scott? This delicious new flavor of Frengel's potato chips. Maximum multi-meat double barbecue massacre. Really? Because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside of a cardboard tube. Oh yeah, I guess it does. Could have sworn it was potato chips. Still tasty though. Tasty? Tasty? Does wanton and environmental destruction sound tasty to you? I don't know. Is that kind of jerky? No, Scott, don't you realize that in order to harvest these goat heads, Fengels and Co. decapitate millions of innocent goats every year? But what do they do with the bodies of the goats? Nothing. It's horrendously wasteful practice. Oh no, all those poor headless goat bodies running around and bumping into things. We have to stop them. Wait, really? I was just trying to make you feel guilty, but I didn't actually have a plan of action. But if someone were to suggest one... Yes. Dang it! Oh yes, necromancy. The ultimate tool in the protester's arsenal. I thought it was smart. You dig out your antibiotics against nature's 101 textbooks to get to work. But soon, why are all the ghosts running into walls and trees and each other? Because they don't have heads, Scott, or eyes. Somehow our friend here didn't take that into account. Why did you let her do it if you knew it wasn't going to work? For lulz, Scott. For the lulz. The lulz are at your dispense, literally. Oh, I already don't have any money. I just wanted to see what the other option would do, because I've seen the other one.
Let's do this!
Oh no, I have to deal with Damien. I was trying to avoid him all game. You sit down and enjoy a nice normal meal at Spooky High Cafeteria as usual. Lol, JK, something as messed up as always going on here. There's no different. Hello, Midnight. Did you want to come and sit with us in our imaginary friend? No one else is here. Their imaginary friend roars at the whole cafeteria and shakes. Okay, Midnight. You have some smarts. You're probably going to figure this out pretty quickly. Why do we have a wild beast under our table? Why don't you take a guess? He's asking because we totally forgot our plan. Scott, no, we didn't. Shut up. We were going to teach it the piano or maybe the saxophone. I lost my notes. No worries, no note needed. You know exactly what they were going to do with this wild beast. This was the one that was really funny, but I really want to see what this one goes to. The wild beast should be the new team mascot. Oh, that's a great idea! I'm pretty sure Spooky High already has a mascot, but you know what they say, the more mascots, the merrier. I really don't think they say that. Well, they should. Of most schools, only one mascot. Having multiple mascots would be more thing that could make our school even more extra special. I can see it now. The Spooky High wild beast that Scott and Damien kept under the tables. Rah, rah, wild beast, eat the other team and make a feast, and try not to get an infection from yeast. Actually, that chant's pretty dope. Midnight, thank you tons. The wild beast mascot sure would be fun. If you ask me, I owe you one. If you were to nitpick, you could point out that tons and one and a fun don't actually rhyme. But why would you nitpick such an adorable, genuine display of affection from your darling Scott? It's a good idea.
Let's do this!
Now I should probably try to make some money. Just in case. We spend PCs, bitcoins, it's something to solve algorithm, but you guess that nobody actually has an idea how this really works. Anyway, you gain plus 2 bitcoins, which is equal to that much money, which is 2 monster dials, so plus 2 money. You're casually reading the latest issue of Monster Magazine when you're rudely interrupted. See, even Midnight has a sensible monster with a good head on her shoulders. At least some smarts is reading Monster Magazine. Yeah, and that's bad because we're warriors, so we need to fight. Scott takes the magazine from you and punches it. Hooray, let's solve another world's major problems. No, Scott, we're social justice warriors. You see, Midnight, ever since our major success with the Fringles Goat Head Delectable, that wasn't a success, though. We've taken it upon ourselves to stand up against injustice by punching magazines. No, Scott. As you no doubt noticed, Monster Magazine's Sexiest Monsters Alive this year is Count Victor von Musselbot, the werewolf prince bodybuilder. That makes him the 5th royal werewolf bodybuilder in a row to earn the title. What about those of us with leaner physiques? What about our representation? So, now we're endeavoring to get Monster Magazine to someone, named from someone more marginalized community as their sexiest creature alive. We just need to figure out a way to convince them, since I guess punching magazines isn't good enough. So it's easy. You just solve everyone's issue forever, is. Yes. Oh yes, good plan. I love being a warrior. I'll admit it does sound like an attention grabbing. I guess I don't have enough bold for that. So those hot diggity dog with off your sword and monster element of surprise. Your second flavor element after nitrogen. Talented high school, like Scott, is still a high school, therefore match a highly trained, secure, professional. I don't feel like a warrior. This is not justice. It sure isn't. Good job, Midnight. I am terrible at making decisions with Liam.
Let's do this.
Okay, I need to fix my fun because fun or charm. I feel like this is gonna be more. The day sees your hats out of the rainbow. Fool crazy. You one point out the small magical Latino cat sips on a banana peel and you start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal too fun from him. Hooray! Scott catches up with you afterwards, pointing out with excitement. Hey bro, just thinking today about how much I like you and I want to share all my favorite things with you. I thought about sharing my bones with you, but I don't remember when I buried any of them. When I thought maybe we could go peeing together, but peeing on each other's territory would be wrong. And then I don't know how to stare at the moon, or even where it is right now. So I guess that just leaves the two favorite things in the world, cheerleading and sports. And since you're not on the sports team, cheerleading it is. Now let's cheer together, bro. What's that? You want to know what we're cheering for? Well, I thought I'd leave that up to you. What should we cheer for, bro? That's nothing. Come on, man! It was great, sort of. I mean, asking you to cheerlead with me because it was romantically interested in you, but you know what? Never mind. Oh, it's because I said friendship. Dang it! For reminding me, instead of you should really go to the petting zoo. I love petting with friends. Anyway, back to edible underwear to use. I bought to use it. Ah! I messed up. For one more time is literally to tear out your own heart. I screwed up, and now I'm probably not going to be able to take her to prom. Gosh dang it. Everything's so backwards. You find Scott and Davey shoveling hot dogs and smashed potatoes in their mouth while Coach cheers them all.
Believe in yourself.
Go, boys, go. Munch your way to victory. There's no truer sport than eating contest. It looks like it's a pretty fair fight so far. Where is the fun in that? Time to step in and tip the balance. You put him out. God's father's son. The holy ghost pepper of ketchup and dump it on Damien's dog. Yeah, finally a hot sauce. Oh, my soul is melting. Power through, Damien. The heat you're feeling is just fire of determination. No, fire I can handle. This ketchup is incinerated. I'm having an allergic reaction. Allergic reaction is just the weakness leaving the body. Damien, keep it up. I'm pretty sure that's wrong and dangerous advice, Coach. I quit.
Good job.
Well, I guess that makes Scott the winner. Congratulations, Scott. Hooray, I love winning. Great, horribly. Great, hooray. Now will someone take me to the nurse's office? Hooray, I love helping. Scott rushes on, getting David's smoking body. Just, would you rush just a little closer to Scott's heart? I've ruined my relationship with Scott, though, by saying friendship.
Let's do this.
I don't know what to do now. Maybe a little bit of charm might help. That day in Epic Dollars, right? Matches and importance of human reactions in it. Your peak, you decide to go for the overkill and wink at one of your teammates. Has totally memorized an epic wink ever. You know, win over people's heart. You gain 2 charms. Now, also, I want to get Scott because I have not done well in any of playing this game with my friends. I've always been a loser, so I'm trying to win so bad. After that, it's time for the most in spirit. It's important as the school visiting Scott's kingdom of the furry animals as promised. When you get to the forest, you find that most of the trees have been decorated with beautiful, interestingly drawn pictures, and even more muscular than Scott, having various kinds of, well then. Midnight, my royal advisor, here to have royalty advice with me, while I sit on the Scott throne and rule over my Scott friends. Well, these sweet little furry forest creatures devoted to me, it makes me tail wag with joy. Is that an attempt to point out that one of the sweet little furry forest creature's giant head falls off, revealing a very startled-looking mummy? Yep, Vera called it. It's just a bunch of king furry people doing furry stuff in the woods. Oh no, what just happened? Is he hurt? Is my little panda friend hurt, or was my panda friend never a panda friend at all? Oh no, Scott will be losing his pure joy and his innocence over some furry, crappy costuming skills. Not on your watch, not today. You think quickly. Oh no. You know how deer shed their antlers when they throw back? Talking furry creatures shed their heads. Scott, the panda must have been cursed prince, and now they've turned him back into a person. Come on! Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Everything in nature changes with seasons, leaving color, hibernate in winters, for its tea. But wait, what if my furry friends' heads are supposed to come off? Are the only ones their heads did? Do I do something wrong to stunt their growth? What's happening? I knew I was a bad king. Not nearly enough heads have fallen off. I usually this worst forever and make things worse. No! I've ruined everything. Once again, I'm gonna be a loser. This game is, I don't know why this game is so difficult for me. I guess I can't. It's like in real life. Prom just doesn't work for me. You finally pluck up the courage to ask your beloved monster to go to prom with you. Prom?
Awesome, bro.
Sure, why not? It sounds funny. There would be so much hard partying it counts to work out.
Dream team.
Oh my god, he looks so cute! I actually succeeded. No, funny, like I said, every other time I play this game, I've failed miserably, so I'm like, please don't make me fail again. Also, that outfit's wonderful. I kind of want to make it. Prom night was rad. You danced all night, and most of Scott's dance moves were basically workouts, but you ended up utterly exhausted. It was your idea of getting all sweaty with Scott, but you're definitely getting closer. Most diplomatic smile. Life is like sports. Both are things, and they have stuff in common. Okay. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of your life. Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we could be. And you know what? As it always does, life happens, and it was wonderful. Scott unexpectedly ended up in a film school and partnered with Vera to create their very own TV show. It was brought to Netflix, since Netflix is now airing everything, even a crazy TV show co-created by recently graduated high schools. Liam kept doing art so hard that he eventually evaporated and became a concept of coolness itself. While leaving the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. Damien loved fire to the very end, and unfortunately that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison. Fortunately, prison was flammable. During this 3-week Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended there, but there were lots of battles then. War called youth. But once again, we're young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I love this game. I know there was a quick jut through the game, because I've played it a few times, and also I just really wanted to try to get Scott, because I've been so discouraged on trying to get Vera. So hopefully I can play this again later, and maybe try to get everyone, maybe go from Liam next, but I thought I was going to like Liam a lot more than I ended up liking him. And I think it's just because I am not into those, like, hipster, vloggy, or bloggy, like, social warriors, quote-unquote, that are not as much social warriors as they are complainers for everything. Oh, Cry is Liam. Oh, well, now I feel like I have to go for Liam, because I love Cry. But yeah, so, yep. That's Monster Prom. At least that's me playing Monster Prom on my channel. Hopefully, I might play a few more, like, quick games. Maybe I'll even play some, like, 30-minute games real fast. But I really love this game, and I was planning on cosplaying Red eventually. Maybe when I get that costume together, I would just, maybe I can do some recording of me playing in the cosplay. So, oh, the star of my nights. So that's Monster Prom, and hopefully I can play some more later. You know, it's really fun to play. Maybe I'll even record me playing with friends later. But as of now, this is just me playing one episode of Monster Prom. Later on, I might try to go for Damien or Liam. Or maybe I'll try to do Scott again and see if I can get a secret ending or something. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!